fifth, sixth, second, fourth, and then the champions of the Premier League. All right, so honestly, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna look through the teams, and we'll just place them as we go on, and then I'll move them if I feel like I need to change them. All right, so we're gonna start off with the mighty old Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal's gonna win the league. I mean, they could, honestly. This could be their year. They just signed Ricardo Calafiori. He's really good. But it's also Arsenal at the same time. You never know. I mean, they always find a way to mess it up or something like that. So, me, personally, I think I'm still just going to put Arsenal in second or fourth. I have them finishing second, honestly, again. But, I mean, you never know, man. They really could win the league this year. You never know. They could really end up winning the league, but at the end of the day, it's a gamble with them. Can they stay healthy? Can Mikel Arteta and his team, be good? And next we got Chelsea. Ooh, this one's tough, man, because firing Mauricio Pochettino was not a good idea. He was he put him in European football. You know what I mean? And the fact that you're gonna go fire him, like, even though he had a rough start, which literally every manager they've had a rough start. Like, they haven't given their managers time, and it's been really bad for them. I don't know what's going on. Will Enzo Maresca finally be the answer? I don't know. I don't think he will be. I think they should have stayed with Poch, but that didn't happen. I'm gonna put them seventh. I just don't see them doing any better than they did last year, unless they kept Poch, but they didn't keep him, and now look where they're at. I mean, they're losing preseason games to Celtic. I mean, City did too, but they didn't lose that bad. You know what I mean? City loses just because. Now, Man United. Ooh. Man United. This is weird. Man United they could finally get that Champions League spot after not making it Well, they made it last year. This year they didn't make it. This year they didn't make it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Ten Hag, he's got some money now with the new management in place with Ineos. Is that what their name is? I don't know. So they're now here, and I think that they could be really good. I mean, they signed Lene Yoro. They've signed what's it signed? They signed Joshua Zirkzee. I mean, like, they're honestly, like, as a Liverpool fan, I hate to say it, but they made some good signings. So I'm gonna put them in Champions League, but I think they'll finish fourth. So we'll put a team in between. I think they'll finish fourth. Next we got Leicester City. Ooh. Newly promoted team, they've been bouncing back and forth between Premier League now. I don't think they'll get relegated. I honestly see a good finish. I'm gonna put them 13th. We'll put it there for now, but we'll consider. Okay. Newcastle. Ooh, Newcastle's really interesting, honestly. Cause they had such a good year, made Champions League, and then they lost. But they had the group of death, honestly. But then it's like, Premier League wise, they finished 11th, 10th, 11th. I don't even remember, honestly. And it's like, you could play Champions League football and still not make it next year, but play European football. You could still play Europa League or something like that. But they didn't even qualify for that. So I feel like for them again, they have the money too. They'll make some moves. I feel like they'll be decent. I feel like I'm gonna put them. Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna put them. They're really they can be good. They have a good manager. The roster's not bad. It also matters of. Right now it's July 29th. So transfer window's still not closed. Will Alexander Isak be sold? Will are they gonna go sign somebody? They have the PIF fund in them or whatever, Saudi money, oil money. So I feel like this is interesting, right here. This team right here, man, Newcastle United. I'm gonna put them in that Europa League spot. I think they'll get sixth. They're really good. They have potential, and I think they'll get Europa League. All right, Tottenham Hotspur. The Bottlers. The Bottlers are gonna finish. They're gonna finish. I think they'll finish. Ooh, this is tough too now. Tottenham could be good. You know what I mean? Tottenham really could be good, but they're just not. They are, but they're not at the same. They'll lose. They'll lose the games that are against a team they'll lose a game to Burnley or something like that. You know what I mean? They'll lose a game to teams that are not as high quality that they should be losing. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I feel like they can be good, and I feel like what Ainge is doing has actually been really good. The project it's moving along. You know, they got James Madison, they still have Son, and they still have what's that dude's name? I don't know what that dude's name is, but they still have. And I feel like what they have going on is good. They just signed Amadou Onana. They've signed Ian Matson. They're making big plays, and they have a really good, really experienced manager in Unai Emery. He can lead them to Gloryland, and Gloryland for them is getting to the round of 16 in Champions League. You know what I mean? Can they get out of groups this year? We'll see. But honestly, they could contend. I feel like for like decency, like they could be really good for Champions League. I feel like. So for me, I think I'm just gonna put them. I don't know. This one's interesting because like you've never seen an Aston Villa team who goes and spends 200 million in the transfer window, summer transfer window. You know what I mean? They haven't done that in years. And obviously this year they qualified for Champions League. You know, they finished pretty high up on the predictions or the standings. They finished pretty high. So I feel like with Aston Villa, I want to put them in Champions League. Actually, yeah, we're going to put them in Champions League. We'll put them ahead of United. Yeah, I feel like that makes the most sense. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. I'm going to have to do this. Let's move them down there. Because I feel like Newcastle's just a big question mark. And let's put United right there. Switch them like that. So it'll be kind of similar to last year. But I feel like it could be really interesting. And then, yeah. So this is how it looks for me right now. So first place, we don't know yet. I mean, y'all know. But y'all don't know yet. Arsenal second. Aston Villa third. Could move them down to fourth. And then United. Honestly, no. You know what? I don't think Aston Villa's gonna get Champions League football this year. I'm calling this out now. And when the Premier League season ends, we will come back to this video. I promise you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think Aston Villa's gonna finish Champions League right now. I'm gonna see this a year later, basically. I don't think Aston Villa will finish in Champions League football. I just don't think they will. I'm gonna do this. I think United's a strong team this year. As much as it pains me to say that, United is a strong team this year. Lene Yoro, Joshua Zirkzee. It looks like they're signing Mesraoui. That's a strong team. All right, next we got Brentford. Brentford, honestly, this is the thing. Let's say hypothetically that Tottenham, which they are interested, could sign Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney leaves, Brentford will not stay 17th. Brentford will be down here. And you don't know what happens with Thomas Frank. Well, we know he can become an England interim manager until Pep Guardiola gets available. We don't know what their plan is. I don't know what's going on with that club. They're cooked right now. The English FA need to fix something because they're not going to win a trophy with anybody. So, like, the thing is with Ivan Toney, if he leaves and Thomas Frank leaves, relegation is looming on them. But I feel like right now, I'll still keep them here. I feel like they'll finish, they're like a 14th, 13th club. They're like the cream of the crop, you know what I mean? All right, next we got Brighton. I like what's going on in Brighton right now. Even though they just lost Roberto Cherby to Marseille, which literally makes no sense because I don't know what he saw in Marseille that was better than Brighton. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. It's kind of just like he acted like he had a lot of options, and then Marseille's the only one who wanted him. United didn't want him. Chelsea didn't want him. Liverpool didn't want him. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean. So like with Brighton, I'm gonna throw him ahead of Newcastle. No, I'll throw him behind Newcastle. These two teams right here are very interchangeable. I'm not gonna lie. These two are very close to each other. Brighton is a crop for making great teams, and I feel like they're doing really good right now. I'm confident in their team, and I feel like one day we could see them loom into somewhere up here, just like it could be even next season. But for right now, I'm gonna put them behind Newcastle. All right, next we got Burnley. Vincent Kompany's gone to Bayern, it's gonna be honestly, I'm very excited to see how it plays out. Vincent Kompany's played under some great managers. He played under one of the greatest managers, Pep Guardiola, and Pep literally recommended Bayern that, oh, you guys should go get Vincent Kompany because Pep was a former manager of Bayern. So I feel like Vincent Kompany and Bayern can be really good, but that's for a different video. Burnley, I feel like are getting relegated this year. This is my first team I'm throwing in the relegation zone. They just don't have enough, you know what I mean? Vincent Kompany did everything he could. He kept them in the Premier League somehow. And it's really difficult to see, can they manage it? It's I don't know, it's difficult. All right, next we got Crystal Palace. They lost Michael Olise to Bayern. Aberici, is he still there? But he could also go to Tottenham. The Tottenham's linked. Or he could go somewhere else. He could go out. He could be out of England. He could be somewhere. He could be in a different. He could be playing the Serie A for all we know. And I feel like with Crystal Palace is they are talented. Besides them, they have Mark Gahey. Mark Gahey is really good. I think his international duty, the Euros, showed just like he is a top class center back. He might have got suspended, you know, but it happens. Center backs get suspended. You know what I mean? Playing physical can get you suspended nowadays. So I feel like with them losing Mark Gahey or Aberici Eze could solidify them being a very lower class club. But for now, I think they'll survive. I'm gonna put them here. Let's do this. I'm gonna put them right there. So I mean, we'll move it once we got all the teams on the board. But I like what I have with Crystal Palace FC. All right, Everton. They have Sean Dyche. They lost Amadou Onana. They still have Jared Brownway, and they just want so much money for him because I don't know what's going on with that. It's interesting. But Everton is like they got their points deducted twice, and that's just because they struggle with the stadium finances. But like, if you think about it, if that weren't to be happening, they would only be so many points off of Chelsea. They would be up there. And I feel like this year could really be the year for them. This is my sleeper team of my predictions. I really think that Everton this year are going to rise into another level. Because I feel like everyone's been expecting it. You know, they've got their manager. They've got their young core. And I feel like now is the time that you're going to see them surge. So for me, I'm going to put them behind Brighton. I think they'll finish up in this zone, though. I like what I have with Everton. All right, next we got Sheffield United. Relegation. Simple. Next we got my boys, Liverpool FC, baby. Where do I put Liverpool? No, I can't, man. I can't. I just can't, man. Honestly, as a Liverpool fan, it's so disappointing. In the summer transfer window, we literally haven't signed anybody. Like, I know Arne Slot is still trying to find out who he likes and who he doesn't like, who's going on loan, who he's selling. I know, but like you also got to realize like transfer window's not here for 1,000 days. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just really difficult because we don't want to get off to a bad start and miss Champions League football. That's just a disappointment. Last year when it happened, I mean, everyone at Liverpool was enraged. Like, you can't just miss Champions League football. It's not that light. So I feel like it's really difficult because like missing out on Premier League football could be kind of sad. Or not? Oh, what am I saying? Oh, missing out on Champions League football would be a really bad start for Arne Slot. So I feel like they could get up there. But I don't know, man. You've got to make a few signings. I don't think this club is. I feel like everyone could tell from last season and just on how they lost the title race that they clearly didn't have enough players. In a way that they don't have. They need a difference maker defensively. Need a center back. Need a new CDM. Endo is good. McAllister is good. But we saw from letting McAllister play in his original position just how good he was. Look at the goals against Nottingham Forest. Look at the goal against Fulham. When he played in his natural position, just how much he blossomed. So I feel like we need to get him out of that CDM spot, and that's not going to change unless we sign another CDM. So for me, I think that signing a CDM, signing a center back I really like, Mark Gahey. Sign Mark Gahey. This club could literally win the champion. These clubs could be champion within the next 2 years. And I'm saying win a European trophy. But guess what? I don't know if that's going to happen. It's all up to Arne Slot. What do they have planned? You know what I mean? They're still hiring staff. You know what I mean? So it's really difficult. But I think that Liverpool will still end up finding a way for Champions League football. I'm going to put them right there just above United because, like, come on. United. It's just United. All right, Man City. I genuinely hope this year is the year that this is Pep's farewell. Like, let it be Pep's last year, man. We've had enough, dude. Because I'm telling you right now, they're going to win the title again. It's so simple. They're going to win this title again. It's just, like, it's unfair. You know what I mean? They're so good. Like, there's nothing to do about it. City is really good, man. There's just nothing you can do about it, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, honestly, though, I really do feel that this could be Arsenal's year. This right here, interchangeable. But I do think that, at the end of the day, City's going to win it. I think that if this is Pep's last year, this could be really good. Hopefully they get investigated, take away all the damn trophies and everything, get them out of the Premier League, bro. Get them out of the Premier League, man. I don't know how they're still here, man. City, I hate them, bro. Just furious looking at them. But yeah, I hate City. But at the end of the day, they're still good, and there's nothing as of right now. Nobody's stopping them. It's the truth. Nobody's gonna stop City right now. There's not a single way anybody stops City. I just don't see anyone, like, as long as Pep stays and the whole foundation stays and Chargers don't get investigated, nobody's being Manchester City. They could go to win the next 50 Premier Leagues then. You know what I mean? So I think that they're going to become champions again. And that's about it. Alright, next we got Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, relatively new, I feel like, in a way. I just don't see them making it, though. I just don't see them making it that far. It's tough, man. It's tough, but I just don't think they can do it. Next we got Norwich. Norwich is going to be 18th. Or not 18th. Wait, what's wrong with this? 19, 20. Oh, yeah. 17th. So this is my list right now. 1 City, 2 Arsenal, 3 Liverpool, 4 United, 5 Everton. Or, not Everton, Aston Villa. 6 Tottenham, 7 Chelsea, 8th Newcastle, 9th Brighton, 10th Everton. And then, wait, what? I'm missing something. Oh, I'm so stupid. Bro, I had the other 3 teams up here. Okay, West Ham. Let's just focus on this. West Ham, they could be good. But they're not. They'll be enough. They're with West Ham, it's like, they're just enough to be, like, there. They did fire David Moyes, though. I don't even, let me check. I honestly have no idea if they fired David Moyes. I think they did. Yeah. He left. Okay. Now that we know that, alright, let's go back to the list. David Moyes, not there. It's a new era for West Ham, I think. And this year, it won't be a great era. It's building time, you know what I mean? They need to go, they just need to go, find some new players. Who does the manager like, who doesn't. And we're going to put them, they're going to be right here. They'll be behind Everton. Next, we got Wolves. Wolves is interesting. Pedro Neto, still there. He hasn't got the big move I feel like he's waiting for. So, I feel like in that matter, it's really interesting. I feel like there's extras. 1, 2, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's not. I don't know. Something's not right on this list. I don't know, man. Okay, look. I'm just going to do it on my own basis. Wolves will be right here. Pedro Neto's still there. And they're not a bad team at the end of the day. They're just nothing special. They have good owner and what's his face? They have the Jaguars owner. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Something Khan. He's good. They have the money they need. No, that's Fulham. Fulham has the Khan owner. Okay, Fulham is gonna be a team next year. That's for sure. They're gonna be a team. I just don't think they're not gonna be a great, like, they ain't gonna be up here, but they're gonna be like, oh no. Fulham's gonna be right here. I put him right there. I think that's respectable. Alright, so first we have City, second we have Arsenal, third we have Liverpool, fourth United, fifth Aston Villa, sixth Tottenham, seventh Chelsea, eighth Newcastle, ninth Brighton, 10th Everton, 11th West Ham, 12 is gonna be Leicester, 13 Fulham, 14 Crystal Palace, 15th Wolves, 16th Brentford, 17th Norwich, 18th Middlesbrough, 19th Sheffield United, and 20th Burnley. I feel like this is what makes the most sense, and I really am excited to see at the end of the season if I will be right. But now that I see this, let's shake some things around. Leicester City being 13th is a little too high. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I think? Let's see. I think Wolves are gonna be 13th. Make that 14th Leicester, 15th Fulham. Move them down there. So just like that. And then West Ham, like, that's the thing. West Ham, Wolves, and Fulham are really like they don't change. Like, they won't go up. They won't go down. You know what I mean? They'll stay. They're right there. They're the cream of the crop. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like they're just like, they're not. They can be interchanged like a little bit. Like, maybe they'll spike up. maybe a week like 26, they'll be up in 7th, and then back at the 36th week, they'll be back at 12, 13, 16, 15. So they're very interchangeable, is what I'm trying to say, and I feel like they'll stay there. But yeah, guys, this is my list. I hope y'all all enjoyed watching. Thank you if you did watch. Please like, subscribe. I'm gonna release a lot more tier lists. Next, we're gonna do, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll find it out. Y'all see it. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. And